Hello viewers and welcome to Jules' shed and to another episode of Mending Jules. Today it's not so much once again about mending, it's about exploring nonetheless. Just a couple of minutes back I changed the fuel filter for my car and I got the old one here. And as some of you may already know, I use bioethanol to run my vehicle. And I have had that car now about 7 months. And this is the fuel filter that it had in it when I bought it. And as soon as I bought it, I started using, obviously, the bioethanol. And now I'm curious to see. I've driven something like 15,000 kilometers or so with this. And it was already an old fuel filter. So I'm gonna open it and see what kind of damage the bioethanol does to the oil fuel filters. Because I know already that the late 90s Volkswagen Audi Corporation products with a 1.4 or 1.6 liter petrol engines work pretty perfectly with the bioethanol without any sort of adapters and gadgets or whatnot. So you can just put ethanol into them and start driving. They just work. Except for when the temperatures drop somewhere below 50, minus 50 centigrade, then it just needs a couple of more startups than the normal petrol would. So there's a pro tip for you there. By 1998, that is 1998, with a 1.6 liter direct fuel injected engine. I think it was a AEE, the engine code, but anyway, you can check it out with somewhere from the internet. Anyway, now let's crack it open. And furthermore, about cracking, it occurred to me just now that I've been making a huge mistake on these mending videos, because you should never ever mend anything without beer. So, never mind all this stuff here. Let's just focus on this bit of plywood that I have got here in this table. This is pretty straightforward. We're gonna use this saw to cut it in half. We don't wanna use any sort of electric gadgets here, because they inevitably will create sparks and too intense heat, which of course may ignite the interior of the filter. Yes, now I made a hole in it, and it is aluminum, it's very soft. Let's just keep on sawing. Now I already know that the fuel line, otherwise in those late 90s Volkswagen Audi Corporation products, work with the bioethanol, because I've been driven in various one Seat and two of those Volkswagen Polos, and I've driven them combined something like 50,000 kilometers. You don't change anything in a fuel line, but you need to be sort of aware that it might corrode more easily than petrol would. But I have experienced no troubles. Let's just try a little screwdriver here. I suppose I don't have one here on the table. Hold on a minute. And yes, I'm wearing my underwear. Don't focus on that. Obviously one might drill tiny holes in this. Now, yes, you can see it starts to peel open quite nicely. Yes, we can see the filter inside. There's some precious alcohol here. So we both run on alcohol, the car and the man. Gorgeous. So a little bit further into the casing. I'm sorry about the fact that I didn't film you the changing operation. It's rather tricky. The fuel filter is located underneath the car, just in front of the rear axle, and it's just so utterly idiotic place for it. You just cannot access, and then when you can, you just cannot fit your fingers in. Pliers. Actually, yes. Pin snips as well. So easily open. Once again, the aluminum is rather nice because it's light and it is very easy to cut. Let's open it a little bit. Oh, damn. Now I'm seeing the filter element here. It is dirty, I can give you that. Come on, just peel it off like a man. Yes, like that. Now we can see, you can see also, it's dirty. That is obviously the aluminum, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, the element, the paper inside is still holding strong. There's no sign of any sort of damage to it. I suppose I made those was opening this. What do you know? It's intact. So the fuel filters can manage quite easily the 10 or 15,000 kilometers of drive with a bioethanol. No props. Now we know that, thanks to me. Goodbye. Cheers.